Parents and students, this is Kevin Shaw. I'm a full-time English teacher in California and part-time tutor. Do you know that your student is actually going to be judged based upon how well he or she writes? And it almost seems unfair as students look ahead to applying to colleges, especially their dream schools, when they're competing against thousands of other students, and students that are in all likelihood going to have GPAs that are in the 4 range, like 4.0, 4.5. The other day I even saw a GPA of 4.7. And so how are your students going to be able to compete in that kind of environment when they're getting A's in high school English and they're getting straight A's? But you know, when they take an SAT or an ACT or the practice SAT, when they take the advanced placement exam, and when they apply for scholarships and apply for colleges, there's no correlation necessarily between the high grade that they achieved in that class and how they're competing in objective measures. That's because grading is oftentimes very subjective, and teachers also inflate grades. This is well known. This is a national epidemic that's been happening since the late 1960s, right after or during the Vietnam War. And what's also happening is colleges are also inflating grades. So why should we be better writers? Well, because, again, others will judge us on how concise, how clear our writing is, and how full of substance it is. And so I want you to be able to have the best advantage in that. And so I'm going to offer this booklet here, right here, and this is just the cover, but it's actually a digital booklet. And in it, I talk about the learning trifecta that is super important for students that want to become better at what they do. And I also talk about the 3 pillars. And I will tell you that when a student wants to write better and have those advantages so that they can have open doors financially and academically and in their career, we really have to take a systematic approach. We can't just talk about writing and give students better grammar, better exercises. Those are important, all those things that you've heard about, vocabulary, and that sort of thing. But there are 2 other pillars that I located and I brought together, and how I found these pillars was basically going on a nationwide search of national education experts, and I use these in my daily school practice with parents and students. And so they really set that foundation for being able to succeed with writing at a high level, because most of you don't want to become better writers just to become better writers. You want to open doors. You want to spend less time in your English class so you can spend more time doing the things that you really love. Alright, so look in the description of this video if you want to reach out to me. And I have a Facebook tutoring page. I have a tutoring practice. I have all sorts of different groups that help students. I have a lot of resources that I can send. And I also have a student strategy success session. I know that's a lot of S's there. But that is just basically a format where I meet with the parent and the students, and we talk about the students' goals and their frustrations. We talk about the parents' frustrations and their goals for their students. And I come up with expert recommendations for them that they can use. And I may or may not recommend my tutoring because it may not be a good fit for your student. But I just want to let you know that that is offered free to you for a limited time. Take care.